Dollar Tree might be in trouble. Let's discuss. Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another coffee rant with Dano and Frank, our Patriot Bald Eagle. If you have to hit pause on this video to get your coffee or whatever beverage you deem necessary, go ahead and do that now. This will most likely be a lengthy discussion. So, apparently, I guess, Dollar Tree has not removed the Wanna Bana applesauce cinnamon packets that have high amounts of lead in them. This has been going on for months. This has been going on for almost a year. Like last October, we were talking about this. So many different websites are putting this out right now. Food Safety News is one we're going to read a little bit from here today. They say the FDA has issued a warning letter to Dollar Tree Incorporated because of its failure to withdraw recalled cinnamon applesauce pouches linked to an outbreak of lead poisoning among children. Quote, at the time of the recall, the company failed to adequately remove recalled Wanna Bana apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches from its store shelves. In the weeks and months that followed the manufacturer's voluntary recall of the cinnamon fruit puree pouches, public health officials across many states reported continuing to see recalled Wanna Bana applesauce fruit puree pouches on Dollar Tree store shelves, according to end quote, according to an outbreak update from the FDA. Now, the FDA has sent out a letter giving them 15 days. 15 days? Well, we'll get into that here in a second. The outbreak of lead poisoning in the fall and winter of 2023 sickened at least 519 children, according to the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. The outbreak stretched across 44 states. We went over all of this months ago. The FDA collected 90, quote, adverse incident, end quote, reports in the outbreak. The two agencies use different reporting methods, so their numbers may overlap somewhat and should not be added together. Okay. So when a food is recalled, as they say here, retailers play a crucial role in carrying out the recall by ensuring that recalled products are not available to consumers at their stores, according to the FDA. So yeah, usually what happens is this is said to stores before we get the information. So it gives them time to get the crap off the shelves, right? Dollar Tree did a good job with this, with the cinnamon. The ground cinnamon, the Supreme Tradition cinnamon that they took off because of high levels of lead. So, you know, I don't know. And they were taking these down. I saw where they were taking these down months ago when this all happened. So I don't know. Maybe a majority of them didn't. I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of places like this are not ours around here, but I've heard stories from some of you guys, some of our viewers, that a lot of Dollar Tree just don't have a lot of employees. Now, whether they have a lot of employees or not, corporate should come in there and make sure the job is done, because this is important. They go on, quote here, the agency is concerned with Dollar Tree's capability to quickly remove unsafe products from its store shelves as necessary and as required during a public health threat, such as a recall, the FDA wrote in its update. The FDA has asked the company to respond within 15 days of receipt of, or it says receipt, that might be a misprint. 15 days of the warning letter stating the specific steps it has taken to address any violations and prevent the recurrence of violations, or providing its reasoning and supporting information as to why the company believes it is not in violation of the law. So, in my opinion, the only thing that Dollar Tree can say here is that we had employees that were not sure. Now, I don't know. Like, if these things were left to be, the biggest thing that I would say for Dollar Tree is don't lie. Don't lie and say, oh, well, it was, for whatever reason, voluntary. Don't say anything like, we didn't feel like this was, an issue, right? don't say that, because after reading a couple of these articles, I kind of felt like that's where they were going. You can literally do what I have done and Google Food Recall, Dollar Tree. There's a bunch of different websites. Like I said, we're reading from Food Safety News. There was an article I read from Newsweek as well. Basically, they got the same information, all the different quoted information from the FDA. Now, in addition to the warning letter here to Dollar Tree Incorporated, the FDA is continuing its oversight of foreign firms and imported foods, including through increased and more targeted import screening. Now, there was an issue that just happened with avocados. Okay, there was like I read somewhere it was like some kind of security issue. Okay, now don't quote me on that. Okay, I'm paraphrasing here, but there was an issue with avocados. So they're apparently, I guess what it comes down to is it doesn't look like avocados are going to be imported from one of the major imports to the U.S. for avocados from Mexico. Now, this happened a couple years ago, and what happened was prices literally doubled on avocados. So I don't know. There may be a shortage of them. There might be coming up. So get your avocados. If you use them for a lot of stuff, you use avocados. And somebody sent us an email about the avocados. Not that there was a recall or anything, but just wanted to put that information out there because we always get comments on, when we go do our store videos and stuff, if we see any deals on avocados. So wanted to throw that out there. But again, haven't done any research on that other than that it looks like because there was a security issue. And that import has stopped, at least for right now. So take that for what you will, though. You can Google all this information. That's pretty much what I do. Wanted to relay this one, though, because this is something we've been talking about for almost a year, since like September, October of last year. So if Dollar Tree has had these out here on the floor, and this also looks like it may not have been this whole time. I have seen some different pouches of these at Dollar Tree myself, but I had figured that this was already taken care of, that it's already been changed. We'll just have to see. I don't know. But in addition to the warning letter, they're continuing their oversight. The agency has also placed Negasmart doing business as Sanchez Abando Alexander Ricardo, the distributor of the cinnamon used in the contaminated applesauce, on multiple import alerts. So the Sanchez Abando Alexander Ricardo is put on multiple import alerts, including Import Alert 99-47 regarding products that appear to be adulterated for economic gain, and Import Alert 99-42 for products that are contaminated with heavy metals and appear to be adulterated under Section 402A1 of the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act, the FD&C Act. Import alerts are tools the FDA uses when the agency has enough evidence to allow for detention without physical examination of products that appear to be in violation of the FD&C Act. So, it's the first time I've heard of them pinpointing it on a certain brand or certain product of where this is coming from. I like knowing the name. This is something that we haven't heard. While things are under investigation of different things, we're probably not going to hear names. As a matter of fact, the whole reason we're probably hearing the name right now is because they've already concluded that this is probably the issue. And I say probably because, they word things carefully, just in the case that they have to retract things. But yeah, I don't think they would be throwing the name out there if they were not the problem. So, just saying. Just a messenger here. Let's see. While the FDA, here we go. While the FDA has no indication that Negasmart / Sanchez Abando Alexander Ricardo is attempting to import products, the import alerts will help ensure that any attempt by the firm to import products will be flagged by the FDA reviewers prior to any shipments entering the U.S. and reaching consumers. Following the Wanna-Banna apple cinnamon fruit puree pouch recall. Why can't they just say the Wanna-Banna cinnamon? Oh, Lord. Anyway, following that, the pouch recall in FDA's investigation, the FDA also added Ostrofood SAS, the manufacturer of the apple cinnamon fruit puree pouches, to import alert 9942. So it's good to know that they're putting these on things now. However, I will say they don't really go into whether these are still part of a problem that need to consistently be removed as maybe they have come in. I don't know. Dollar Tree needs to get their act together with this, though, because, well, I mean, you heard, they got 15 days. This article was posted on Newsweek today, so it is fresh, and it is everywhere. I mean, it is just popping up everywhere. I wanted to put this out here, guys. This is a major issue that's been going on for a while. Over 500 children that have been hospitalized for heavy amounts of lead since this all started, from what I've gathered. So it could be more. Like I said, some of the numbers may be different between the different CDC numbers and FDA numbers. So, there might be some kind of lapse in some of these numbers. Usually there is when there's a count on things. That's why we got to take the count for what it is. The fact that even one person is hospitalized for heavy amounts of lead is one too many. So if you are enjoying our channel, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe down below, as it does continue to help us grow and spread the message. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great night.